Yo, what's good, everybody? Welcome back to L Does Boxing. Back with another live stream. You know what I'm saying? Once again, we're going to talk about some boxing. Building on this boxing talk, I got a couple of topics. I'm about to drop a link. You know what I'm saying? I see Kano in the building. I'm about to drop a link for you, bro. Yeah, I got a couple of topics I want to go through. We're going to chop it up. All that good shit. So salute to everybody coming through the building. I appreciate the support. You know what I'm saying? Really do appreciate it. Ronald Franklin in the building. My man Conor Loco in the building. Feel free to come through, bro. He said that beat, yeah. That shit's crazy. Ronald Franklin, what's good, bro? Salute. So yeah, I got a couple of topics, maybe about 5 or 6. I'm gonna talk about. Then any comments or whatever, feel free to drop them. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get to everybody. And then I'm gonna get ready for this Oscar Rivas fight. So, okay, too easy. So, it's a lot of shit going on in boxing. I can go probably like 2 or 3 hours and talk about every division, female, male, all that shit. But I cut it down to a couple of topics that kind of intrigue me a lot. So, excuse me, we're gonna get to it. So basically, the biggest one, you know what I'm saying? Some real big fight news for real. You got they say they signed contracts between Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua for Undisputed. You know what I'm saying? Heavyweight championship of the world. We haven't had Undisputed since November 99, Holyfield and Bo Part 2. And they had 2 fights that year. You know what I'm saying? The first fight in March in 99. That was a draw. What's up, my man Kano in the building? What's good, bro?
What's going on, bro? What's going on? You know I had to come on through, bro.
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. What's going on, man? How's your day?
Man, it's a bit a long day, man. You know, I went live earlier. I know you saw that. I was a little bit hyper, wasn't I?
Mm-hmm. But it's all good, though, because you love the sport, so we good.
No doubt.
So we heard about the news, man, with Fury and Joshua, though, and I heard you talk about it, too. But this is my thoughts on it. I mean, if it's going to happen, it's going to happen. I'm cool with it, you know what I'm saying? I'm not as hyped about it. I'm just gonna keep it 100 because I want to see Wilder in there, and I'm a fan of Wilder, so that's just how I feel. But I'm not gonna shit on the fight. I think it's a good fight, and we haven't had Undisputed heavyweight for a long ass time, so I ain't really mad at the fight. You know what I'm saying? How you feel on it?
Well, man, I think a lot gets lost in interpretation, because we do want to see Undisputed, but like I was speaking on this earlier, Wilder does have some rights, you know what I'm saying? And like if this fight was to happen, okay, I don't think it's gonna be as big as a trilogy, but that's just my opinion. But like I said, man, we don't know what's going on in that arbitration, which is why I keep telling people to be careful about this, because they've been going on about this for the last year, if I ain't mistaken, last 9 months, going back and forth, where this fight was already done almost a year ago, and we still haven't got it. So, which lets me know that there's still things in the background and behind the scenes that have yet to be taken care of. And this is why I say it gets lost in interpretation, because folks believe that to be hate and not wanting to see the best fight the best. And it's really not about that. It's about that there is legal issues still lingering in the back that we should maybe, pump the brakes and wait and see how everything unfolds before we are for sure that this fight is going to be official. And I know this to be factual also, because I worked in the gym and I had boxers as well. So, and the way these contracts work, when you agree on them and sign them, that's one thing. But when you don't have a date and a venue after 30 days, that contract is null and void. And I think people don't understand the legalities of that like I do, because I've been involved in it. And that's why I think they misunderstand it for hate and not wanting to see this fight and not wanting to see that. It's just a lot of steps that go into it that people don't understand about it. And I try to shed a little light on it, but it just never comes out right. I guess it always gets misunderstood somehow.
Yeah, I feel you. I mean, I agree with all that because you got to clear up this Wilder situation. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, he got some type of pull in this because it's taking him so long to do it, and we all know he got a legal binding contract. That stuff never expired, so I think a lot of people kind of misinterpret that. He never let the contract expire because when he lost the second fight, he was guaranteed a 60-40 split, and he already exercised his rematch clause. And then if it's 60-40, that means Top Rank is the lead promoter. And we all know that fight couldn't happen because of COVID. So the way Tyson Fury kind of trying to ease his way out of there is like a loophole.
My bad.
No, you good. The same way that Jojo Diaz got out his rematch clause with Tevin Farmer. He had MTK, so they got they know some type of loophole where they can get past that. But at the end of the day, Wilder still got his hands on this shit. But I just feel like, they kind of rushed this. They kind of like put something out there so the fans can talk about something, because you heard Fury, his interview, he was talking like he don't know what's going on. So they kind of like pushed it out there to me. But I mean, like I said, I'm talking about it, but I'm not really 100% on it because it's not signed. They don't got none of that stuff. So how can you get really excited if you don't got no venue for it? You know what I'm saying? So,
Well, the thing with Tevin Farmer, man, was a different situation, because Tevin Farmer decided not to go to court. He himself said, I don't even want to go through all that. The dude don't want to honor the contract, to hell with it. If he don't want to be a man of his word, to hell with it. So, he chose the other route, whereas Wilder chose to take it to court. That's the two different scenarios out of both of them, though.
Okay. There it is, because I feel like both of them guys using MTK to kind of squeeze out of it. But I mean, me personally, if the fight happened, I just want Wilder to get his shot. And I hear people, my big homie Blood was talking about it. What have these guys done? I mean, if you look at the heavyweight division, a lot of these guys get opportunities, and you can say that about everybody. And I feel like we always talk about money, this and A side, B, all that shit. But in America, what's the biggest fight? Anything with Wilder in it against either of these two guys is the bigger fight. And anything with Wilder in there is bigger than both of these guys together, because I know this is a big fight in the UK. They say globally, but over here it's not really catching like that. Honestly, I know a lot of hardcore fans want to fight, which I understand that, but you know what I'm saying?
That's the difference, L-Dub. That's the difference. Us hardcore people will watch it. The casuals are not going to be interested in this fight. I think that's another thing that they're misunderstanding.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir. What's up, Ricky E in the building? Yes, sir. So we just have to wait and see, man, see what happened. But you know what I'm saying? It's so convenient they're not talking about this arbitration and this legal shit. So we're gonna move on.
Yeah.
All right. So the next topic, man, this Chocolatito and Estrada. Man, that was one hell of a fight. You know what I'm saying? These two guys put on. I felt like Chocolatito won this fight. I scored the 8 rounds to 4. but it could have been 7-5. I didn't see Estrada winning that fight. It was some close rounds in there, but I thought Chocolatito was taking control of the fight. He was doing this thing, and I mean, I felt kind of sad for him at the end of the fight when he was crying and shit like that because I felt like he left everything in the ring, man. So, what you think about that, man? And everything that happened with that?
Well, I had picked. I think you heard my pre-fight prediction. I said Estrada by split decision. I know. I
Yeah,
think yeah. So
I did
uh,
too. I have them.
it worked out that way. Listen, this fight could have went either way. I don't look at it as a robbery like some folks do. I'm not saying you said that, but I've
Right.
seen that thrown out there. I don't think it was a robbery because when I was sitting and watching the fight, and I only watched it one time to be fair, L Dub. I watched it live and that was it. So
Mhm.
maybe I need to sit down and watch it again. But when I was watching it currently live in person, going on, there was a lot of rounds that I didn't know which way to give it. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Like, man, who won this round? I mean, I couldn't tell on a lot of rounds, which is why I think that we ended up with a split decision. And I knew it was going to be a split decision. I just didn't know which way it was going to go, even though I picked Estrada.
Mhm.
I wouldn't have been mad if they said Chocolatito because I'm like, bro, how do you score this fight? With the exception of a couple of rounds, because I think in the 12th round, Chocolatito had him hurt, bro. He caught him with some vicious shots that had it been more rounds, I think he would have got Estrada out of there, bro.
Mhm. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It was a close fight. It wasn't no robbery. I think people just like to throw that out there just to because they probably really didn't pay attention to the fight. All fights are not robbery. They close fights, and it was some rounds that I was like, damn man, how am I gonna get this to? But I kind of leaned to Chocolatito because I felt like he was in his rhythm a little bit better, and he was like nicking some of those rounds. But man, that was a hell of a fight, man. I would love to see a trilogy. I know so Ramazan, he got next, so we'll
But
see what happens with that.
I did have it for Estrada by split decision. I didn't have I had it 7-5, but
Mhm.
like I said, I only watched it that one time. So I really don't want to dog on it too much because I mean if fights when they're that close, I think you got to watch them more than once to really get the feel for what really happened there. But you got to understand the judges only get that one crack at it, so they only got to see it that one time. So
Yeah, yeah,
that's I don't consider it a robbery. I think a robbery is something like what happened with Rolly Romero and Marinez.
yeah.
I
That was a
thought
robbery.
that was blatant. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
this was just so back and forth, man. I can't. But I'm not gonna be mad if anybody thinks that Gonzalez won. I'm not gonna be mad if somebody thought Estrada won.
Yeah.
And Ronald Finkley said he watched it twice. 7-5 was acceptable. See, that's what I'm thinking. 7-5, and then that one judge got suspended, which I'm fine with because I didn't have it that spread out. I don't care who you were going for or
Yeah.
who you scored it for. I couldn't see that big of a spread.
Yeah, I'm with you. What's up, my rival? Salute. Yeah, it was a close fight though, but I mean, I like to see a trilogy. You know what I'm saying? Or if they're not gonna do a trilogy, I love to see Chocolatito versus Ioka, the WBO champion, and then they can all fight each other. You know what I'm saying? And just always come back to this. So that was a hell of a fight. These guys threw 1,500 punches in the fight combined. That's crazy.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
that was a good fight.
You got to salute both of these fighters, man. They're true warriors, man. I believe they both agreeing that they want to go ahead and do a trilogy, but Estrada has that mandatory he's got to take care of first. And I don't know if Chocolatito, man, could do it a third time, though, man. Like, it seemed to me like that was like an A+ performance for him that I don't know if he can replicate now because of his age.
Mm. That's a good point, man, because he ain't gonna have a lot of those fights left in him. And I felt like Estrada he done lost a step too, man.
They
Like
both have. Yes,
right,
sir.
that's what made the fight so good. But hopefully these guys can get paid though for that, what I'm saying, for their efforts, man, and go out, the right way. But that was a good fight, man. I really enjoyed it though, for real. He said fight of the year. Yeah, that's fight of the year so far. I think so.
I think so too. I
What's
mean,
up?
who's going to compete with that unless we get something more fire, before the year's out? It is early in the year, but so far, I think that is the candidate for fight of the year.
Yeah. What's up, Mark, man? Salute to you coming through the building.
Yeah, how's it going? How's it going, fellas?
Everything's good. What you got on this fight, man? What you think about it and everything, the aftermath, all that good stuff?
Look, I haven't called a robbery. I think based on my own scorecard, I felt Juan was favoritized just a little bit, but I'm not saying Robbery. I had Chocolatito A4, bro.
Yeah, that's how I scored it too. I just thought he was kind of nicking them. Now he wasn't dominating the fight to me, but I thought he was kind of edging out some of those rounds. But I mean, that was a hell of a fight, man. It was a tough fight to
Amazing.
score. It was a tough fight
Amazing.
to score, though. It was, but hey, we'll see, man. That's boxing. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna move on to the next topic I got. So I like touching on. I love unifications. If you guys know me, I love unification. So this is basically a unification. You got two belt holders. So my man gonna have. It's not unification per se, but you know what I mean. It's two belts on the line. So you got MJ. He's finally making his title defense. His first title defense against his IBF mandatory, Ryo Esawa. This is a good fight, man. Just got announced April the 3rd, live on the Zone, and they fight in Uzbekistan. So, if you guys know anything about this, talk about it for me. What y'all think about this fight right here?
I think it's a great fight, man. Southpaw versus Southpaw. Iwasa's been around for a long time. Like he gave TJ Dehaney a really good fight. TJ Dehaney, who ended up fighting Danny Roman and had a very good fight with Danny Roman, who Akhmadaliev beat, had a really good fight with with Danny Roman. You get what I mean? Iwasa's a good body puncher, moves well, can jab pretty good, will come in, good shin. To some extent, I know he's been stopped earlier in his career by Lee Haskins at Bantam, and I can't remember who it was. I think was it Yamanaka who stopped him? Was the first person to stop him?
Yamanaka, yeah, I believe so. Yep.
Yeah, that was down at 118. But as he's moved up in weight, he's gotten tougher. He's improved his jab, man. That's going to be a great fight. Akhmadaliev comes for war. I'm just like Akhmadaliev's got a reach disadvantage and a height disadvantage. They're both southpaws. It just cracks for a cracking fight, man. And they're both aggressive.
Oh
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. I'm gonna favor Iwasa though, man. I just think that yeah, he was stopped before, but I think it was in the lower weight. I don't think he was carrying that weight too much. I thought you know he almost looked like he was weight draining himself to fight down there, which also takes your punch resistance away. So yeah, they both come to war, but Iwasa got the reach advantage. I think he's the better boxer. They both like to play this war game. So I don't know. I'm just gonna slightly go without Iwasa.
Yeah, I love this fight, man. Like it's pretty even. Awasa though, tall, southpaw, can punch, been there, you know what I'm saying, tested. And MJ, you know what I'm saying, he got the skills and the angles and stuff like that. So I'm be curious to see how he navigate this fight right here. Is he gonna kind of focus on the body, or he gonna try to counter punch, or how you gonna do Asawa? Asawa is tough, man. I love this last fight against Marlon Taples. I think that was on the Charlo undercard against Dennis Hogan, and he really took it to him. He's mad aggressive, so this is a good fight, man. And like you were saying, these guys at 122, they kind of fighting each other, because Roman fought MJ, you know what I'm saying? And my man Asawa fought. He about to fight MJ and TJ Doheny. Doheny fought Roman. Then we gotta get Fulton up in there, and these other guys, Neri and what's the other kid named Brandon Figueroa, Reese Salim. So this division is hot. That's one of the reasons why I wanted to talk about this subject.
Oh yeah,
right here.
and even though Leo lost, he's still a good fighter. Like, and there's still fights to be made.
Man,
Exactly.
let's not forget the young gun that's coming up. That's going, he's a prospect right now. But Darren Cunningham III, they better watch out for that young gun.
Yep, he got a fight coming up on the same day. I think he's fighting in ATL.
Yes.
Oh yeah, yep. So
Isn't Dennis McCann also a prospect at Super Bantam?
yeah, he's fighting coming up too. That's next week, right?
This division's crazy, man.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't pay attention to these lower weight classes. I'm like, bro, there's a lot of great fights down here.
It's hot. It's hot right now because you can miss and match all of them. You know what I'm saying? Even if, let's say, Rigo come back up, he get in the mix. You know what I'm saying? Even just think about anyway. Once he do his business at 118 and he come to this division while it's hot like this, I mean, he gonna be playing with fire.
I'm expecting something like after Casemiro and Rigo, one of them is going to move up. Because that's kind of a secret, like one of the worst kept secrets, that Rigo and Casemiro are going to be fighting. So when they're done with that, I think Casemiro is going to move up to 122 if he beats Rigo.
Yeah, I can see that. And I forgot about Ronnie Rios, who just fought. And
Yeah.
Zach actually beat Ronnie Rios, and he fought too. So yeah, man.
Hey,
Oh, Hovnician?
leave that message up because I'm pissed about that too, man. Because now, golly, man, everybody knows I'm Puerto Rican, you know, and Berlanga's Puerto Rican, man. But I've been very critical of him, man. But I've been very critical of him on purpose because I gotta keep it honest. You know what I'm saying? He needs to be tested better. And with Steven Nelson getting this injury, it's gonna give him a pass to go around him now. You understand what I'm saying? And not that Berlanga can't do it. That's not the point of what I'm trying to get at. The point is I want to see it.
Yeah.
I like Steven Nelson too.
I
Good
like
fighter.
I like him too. He's strong. He said Neri, Neri's still there. So yeah, that division is hot, man. So yeah, yes, sir.
And you know what? People
Go
don't
ahead.
give this dude any credit. His performance against Neri, Alameda, he could be
Oh,
like
yeah.
a French contender too.
Yeah. Dan Ramon supposed to have a fight announcement. I'm thinking it might be him. Oh, Carlos Castro. Yo, that kid can box, bro.
Yeah.
He was top rank. That's another one.
That division's just fire right now.
Oh,
If you
yeah.
include like Hazard Hovnician and everything, like there's just a lot going on. There's a lot going on, and I think Poyano's planning to stay at 122 after his Roman performance.
Yeah, he fought Antonio Russell his last fight. That was kind of a rough fight. But yeah, man, I love this division though. Love
Hey,
it.
going back to Berlanga, man, can I? Am I
Yeah.
allowed to?
Oh yeah, no, yeah. Go ahead,
Yeah,
bro.
man. Listen, man, he need to go ahead and face Kevin Newman, man. I know a lot of people don't understand what happened with Kevin Newman back in the days, you know, but he wasn't in his right mind. You know, he is 11-2, but you know, he should have lost them 2 fights. He avenged one of them. The other guy hasn't won to fight him again. You know, he's focused now. You know, his mind wasn't in boxing. Ever since his mind is in boxing, he's down here in a Pensacola with Roy Jones Jr. and it's been a 1,000% focus, and that's the fight that would test Edgar Berlanga, in my opinion, man. And you know I had him on my show because Berlanga disrespected him and doesn't want to give him the fight now, you know. But if you're going to disrespect him, man, at least allow him the opportunity to fight you in the ring.
I can give you another test for Berlanga. Vaughn Alexander.
Yeah, that's a tough fight for him too. I like Kevin Newman and Damon Nicholson. Those guys right around the same level. You know what I'm saying? So I can see that fight too. But you know how these matchmakers are, and you know how they bring stuff to the table. So
yeah, I'm gonna be ringside for that fight.
Yeah, that should be. I mean, it should be fun though, because Berlanga is a excited fighter. He said he's not super excited about Berlanga.
Well, can I tell you something about Berlanga, man? He was never a knockout artist, man. He was always a boxer coming up, and I know because Eric Roman Sr., he's a real good friend of mine, which, by the way, he's got a son, Eric Roman Jr., who's boxing now. He's about 14 or 15, so, you know, it'll be a few more years before you hear about him, but he trained Berlanga when he was a kid, man, and he brung him up as a boxer the whole time, okay? He didn't get into this power until he actually turned pro, and he pretty much learned it by accident that he had power. It wasn't like, you know, he was always relying on boxing, and that's what I try to explain people. I don't think he's a hype job. I just think he needs to be tested. You know.
Can I ask one thing about his amateur background? Because I've tried to look into it.
Yes.
What has he won?
Say again?
What has he won as an amateur?
Man, there wasn't much he could win with Charles Conwell down there, bro. Charles Conwell was, bro. Charles Conwell, who fights at 154 pounds right now, who's a pro, man. Berlanga just couldn't beat that guy, bro. He just could not beat that guy.
I'm even talking like just golden gloves already. Did he even get golden gloves?
No.
What's up, Act Reaching, man? What's good, bro?
What's good? What the brother was saying was very accurate about Berlanga. You know, I'm a New York brother. I was in the amateurs with him or whatever. You know, I'm still doing my amateur thing. But yeah, Berlanga definitely was a boxer. You know, coming up, he's not. That's definitely fact. He was never a knock. But I keep it real. I kind of feel like I'm kind of like one of them type of people. Like I always was boxing, and lately, you know what I mean? I just been feeling like the power's been there. He's not the only person. Tommy Hearns was like that.
Right.
Juan Manuel Marquez was like that. He was also like that. It was Nacho Beristain told the story about how he basically couldn't punch, you know what I mean? And then, you know, when he taught him how to sit on punches and how to throw the right hand the correct way, he just started bombing guys. So, you know what I mean? It's just one of those situations where, you know, some dudes, you know what I mean, they do peak late. They do really get their grown man strength around like 23, 24, 25 type-ish. You know what I mean? Everybody different. Everybody can't have dynamite like Tank. You know what I mean? Just from start to finish. You know what I mean? And probably Wilder too. I didn't really follow Wilder as much in the amateurs, but I'm sure he had power.
Yeah, Ayob's asking someone saying Berlanga got stopped in the amateurs. He didn't get stopped. He got knocked down and got a standing eight count.
Yeah.
And it wasn't a stoppage. You know, that was Charles Conwell, by the way. Which look, Charles Conwell's a good friend of mine too. But let me keep it real with you, man. Charles Conwell roots for him. Okay, he roots for him right now. Now that they're both pros. Okay, he's at 168. Conwell is at 154, and he's pushing for Berlanga's success. So it's not like, you know, a lot of these people think that these folks are enemies. They're not. You know, they help each other when they're coming up in the amateurs and stuff like that. And when they turn pro and they're in different weight classes, man, they root for each other, man. They remember them old times, man, and laugh about it now, you know?
That's a fact, because that's like Keith Thurman and Andre. It's like Danny Jacobs and Sean Porter.
Mm-hmm. Yep. His power is real. Hey, listen, his power is real. Don't let BoxRec fool you. His power is real. That's man, bro. His power is real.
I mean, his last 3 opponents ain't been that bad. Honestly, they've been French type of opponents that, you know,
Yeah,
they're supposed to get him
Bellows ain't
rounds.
about a fighter, bro. He's not about a fighter.
Yeah, and he can.
You know, JC's always gonna say he's fighting hella bums. That's JC. He's always gonna say that. I'm not even gonna. Yeah, I'm not gonna give it no energy. I don't look at it like that.
We'll see though what Damon Nicholson can bring to the table though, because I know everybody's talking about you know, the knockout streak. So to me, it's kind of like it's almost like a curse though. He gonna have to find out if he can do these rounds. You know what I'm saying? I think that's gonna be. I think that's like it's gonna be pressure on him if he keep knocking out these guys in the first round. Then when he fights somebody that got hella resistance, got a good chin, then what he gonna do? He gonna be lost in the sauce. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see.
And I agree with you with that, L-Dub. I agree with you with that. You know what I mean? That is that you know what I mean? Like I said, I'm rooting for him. That's my New York brother. But I just feel like it's not going to be a good thing to keep. It's not. I mean, you don't get paid for the fight. You get paid for the round, so you should get him out of there as quick as possible. But my whole thing is like, where we gonna see where that gas tank and everything and stuff is at? You know what I mean? Later, you know what I mean? When he really step up in competition, I'm sure that we'll see though. We'll see.
L-Dub, you know that I pay attention to all the up and coming fighters, all these young prospects, and this is why I debunk this bum theory. You know, a couple of the fighters have never been stopped until Berlanga put them out. So, man, the problem now is that people that watch boxing, some of them that cover it, they only cover the major names, the big names. They don't do the homework on the young fighters that are coming up, you know. And then when they see them in a fight, they're like, "Who is this? Oh, this must be a cherry pick or something." But they have no idea who they are. They don't understand that they're talented as well. And that's the part that bothers me about it. I don't call any fighter a bum in the pros.
Yeah, I feel you. I want to see him progress though, so we definitely gonna get a chance to see him April 24th, live on ESPN. So that's what it is. I'm gonna move on to this next one. Now this one right here, yo, I be hearing people talk about the PBC. So reason why I brought this topic up is because people, I see a lot of people talk about, you know, PBC ain't announcing no fights and what's going on with them. Look, this is my theory on it. They got some type of programming and some type of money issue, or they would have laid out a whole schedule like they did before, like they did last year. They did for Showtime. They laid out a whole schedule. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like they're gonna have fights coming up, but you know, PBC ain't the be all end all with boxing. You feel me? Like to me, I feel like some PBC detractors and PBC, whatever, they want to bring them down, whatever. To me, it ain't even about that. It's about let's make the best fights. It's always been like that for me. Now they kind of slow on the schedule. Yeah, they are. They don't really got nothing to announce, but that don't mean they don't got something working behind the scenes. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not here to cap for. I'm just letting you know that you're gonna hear some announcements from the PBC, and all the fights might not be what you want because they trying to save money. When you see these guys start to put fights like the Rail versus Conron Davis, you know what I'm saying, as a main event, Truex and Plant, that tells you they don't the money that they had starting off with Fox, they don't have that money right now. And of course, everybody's struggling in the pandemic. So, you know, I just think once they start announcing shit, I think we can kind of like ease up off of them a little bit because like they're gonna do what they're gonna do anyway. They're not gonna listen to the fans because if they was to listen to the fans, they would have been gave us the fights we wanted to see already. They give us the fights they want when they want it. You know what I'm saying? So what y'all got on those? If y'all heard anything about any PBC fights coming up, if you want to drop it, feel free.
I can't speak on it. I know too many PBC fights. I'm not allowed.
Okay.
Not yet.
I'm sorry. Who the brothers on the panel with us? L Dub, so I can just say what up.
Okay, I got you. I'm gonna take the thing down.
Okay.
Sports.
Kano Local Sport. All right, cool. Salute to you, brother. And
Unrivaled, Mark Unrivaled Boxing Talk.
Okay, Mark Unrivaled Boxing Talk. You know what I mean? I don't think I'm familiar. I heard of Kano Loco, but I'm not too familiar with the other brother, man. Salute to both of y'all. Sorry, just coming in here.
Salute. Who are you? Because you're the your voice.
I believe that's Ak Reacher, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah.
That's Ak Reacher.
I'm familiar with you, but
thank you. Appreciate it, brother.
The voice definitely sounds familiar, man. You the judge?
yeah.
Okay. I got you now. I got you.
He said you the judge.
Court in session, man. You over there with Supreme Beast Boxing Talk. Now we on the same level. Now we can definitely talk. Bring out that gavel, damn it.
Shoot, it's funny because he brought up the PBC, L Dub. It's funny because we had like a whole thing, you know what I mean, a whole court session dedicated to like the PBC, and BFTB kind of had to be the defense for them. You know what I mean? While my boy Oddfella was prosecuting it. Oddfella had a great point, man. He had a great point about the PBC. I did not know through this breakdown, and we just doing regular night court stuff. This dude actually pulled out like the facts and files. I did not know that the PBC hasn't hosted an undisputed fight yet. I didn't know that. I didn't realize that we wasn't really on the radar of having chicks. I mean, I realized it, but maybe I didn't want to pay attention to it that the PBC was doing it. That they don't really like broadcast women fighting and stuff like that. So it was a lot of stuff against the PBC, man. And I kind of feel what L Dub is saying, and I'm going to stop talking after this. I don't think PBC is the end all be all. I'm with L Dub on that.
I don't think it's the end all be all either. I don't think he is. I don't think Top Rank is the end all. I don't think any of them.
Any of them either.
The end all be all, man. I think. Listen, man. You know, different fighters, and I spoke about this because I've been in the game. Like I said, L Dub knows. He knows my backstory, but a lot of these fighters, when they get offers, they only get an offer from, for example, the Zone, or this fighter might only get an offer from Top Rank, or this fighter might only get an offer from PBC. Now they trying to feed their family. What the hell you think they gonna do? If ain't nobody else offering and coming to the table, where you think they gonna sign? The only people that offer them something. And this is how you get people on the Zone, people on Top Rank, people on PBC. Now, of course, after they build their career and stuff, yeah, then like Terrence Crawford, my God, you need to get away from what you're doing over there. But that's another story for another day. You know what I'm saying? But that's how they get into these contracts with these promotional companies, and you know that we shouldn't crucify them when they first sign with them, because that's the reason. You know what I'm saying? That make any sense there, Judge?
Brother, I'm about to be in the fight game myself, so I'm gonna tell you personally, I would have did the same thing, and that's not, you know what I mean. People could take that, they want to take it, but the first thing that would have came my way, not the first thing. If other people was offering, of course we got to look over it, but I'm gonna definitely I'm gonna definitely have to take that in consideration because I got people I got to take care of too. So I definitely can feel that. I could dig it. Right on.
Unrivaled. I talk so much. I don't know if Unrivaled wanted to talk about this subject.
I don't really know what to say on it, to be honest. Like, I agree with everybody, to be perfectly honest. I agree with everybody entirely. And no, not the end all be all. Obviously not. You're right. Yeah, they've never hosted an undisputed fight, but to be fair, they tend to be very rare fights to come across. I mean, Hopkins, Taylor, Crawford, and Usyk. Is there any more 4-belt male champions?
Yeah, not really. But PBC is gonna have some fights coming up soon, L-Dub. I can't tell you that. I'll probably text you on the background later, man, because I know, like,
Yeah.
I know. Anyway, let me shut up before I say something I ain't supposed to.
Yeah, I feel you. They got some fights coming up. You know what I'm saying? And there's gonna be some decent cards. Well, y'all already know about Boots versus Sergey Lipinets. That's a good card.
That's actually a fire card. That's a fire card.
Yeah, Stanley Jones.
Y'all run down that card real quick. Who's gonna be on that card?
Okay, I got you. You got Javon Boots Ennis versus Sergey Lipinets. That's the main event. Co-main, you got Stanley Jonas versus Thomas Delorme. That's a WBA eliminator. Then you got Jerwin Cajas versus Jonathan Rodriguez, his mandatory. And Cajas got like 7 to 8 title defenses. So y'all can speak on that.
You know what's crazy? I haven't seen Jerwin and Cajas since he was in the same division as Inoue and all of them. Remember when they had them whole crop of fighters? You know what I'm talking about, O-Dub.
Yeah, 115. With Estrada and
when all of them, and then I don't know if one of them moved, somebody moved up, and then it kind of threw everything out of order. But I was kind of looking forward to seeing Jerwin and Cajas go up against, that crop of fighters or whatever when when at the division at the time. But I'm looking forward to seeing him because I haven't seen him since around that time when all the other dudes was in the division. I haven't seen him since, literally. I haven't seen him fight since around that time. He still got the IBF belt?
He does, yeah. He's been inactive, though. He hasn't fought since December 2019. So
he has one loss, I believe, right? He got one loss, I believe, right?
He got one. I think early in his career, I believe.
Early in his career,
a couple draws. Like he had that draw against Barrios.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I think he got one loss. He got one loss. L-Dub is right. He got one loss because I remember that.
Milo Grogan. I can't spill the beans because if I do that, then I will be breaking the trust of people that talk to me.
Exactly.
And if I break, you know what I'm saying? There's a look. I got a lot of respect with a lot of these managements and stuff, and I don't want to break their trust. I'm a loyal person, and I wait for them to give me the green light before I even say anything on any fight.
Mm-hmm.
And now to backtrack a little bit, let's not forget about Ring City. I like what they're doing on Thursdays, man.
Facts.
Oh, yeah. They've been putting on some good shows lately, man. Some very good shows.
Yep. It's going to continue, too. We got one Thursday. You know what I'm saying? But I like Machado.
Who fighting Thursday?
Machado versus I forgot his name, Ferrario, something like that. He was supposed to fight Hector Tanahata, but he pulled out.
Oh yeah. I remember now. It's coming back.
Then the week after that, you got Amanda Serrano.
Yes.
Yeah. Who is she fighting?
She's facing Bermudez.
Okay.
Go ahead,
that's
Robert.
A great fight.
Speak on that, Robert. Because that's an underrated
fight. That's pound for pound caliber.
Yes,
it is.
That's pound for pound caliber fight.
And I got that on the man. All right, I'm gonna run through this card real quick because I got Bud. I know somebody asked me about Bud. He's next, and then somebody asked, and then we talk about the female. I got the ESPN pound for pound list. So we're gonna run through these cards. Y'all tell me what y'all think about these 3 fights on the Showtime card, Boots and the other 2 fights.
I like the Boots in his fight. The Delorme fight, man. Look, man, I'm almost getting ready to call him myself. I'm gonna get Thomas Delorme on the phone. I keep telling him he need to retire. Why the hell he keeps fighting? He just needs to go home, leave it alone. He's done. I love him, but he's done.
I would tell you to prosecute him, but I don't know who's going to defend him. So don't even worry about it, champ.
All right, word.
He might not have no defense, and I don't think that's legal.
Bro, last time I talked to him, you know
I don't
what
think
he
that's
told me?
legal in America. Could they do that in the UK, brother?
I
Or
don't
would they
know.
have to defend themselves?
Listen, last time I talked to him and told him that, he said, "Look, if they willing to keep giving me these fights, I'm gonna keep taking that guap." I'm like, all right, I can't say nothing then. Shit, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
They
you
keep
right.
calling them. They keep calling them. Shit, look at Supreme Beast Boxing talking in the building.
Oh, my guy. What's good, Red? You know I gotta come over here and show all the people love, man. I've been trying to be on everybody's channel that been throwing out a link because I don't want people to think I don't support them, especially somebody like an L-Dub. L-Dub got a personal nickname for me. I call him the boxing Black Pokédex because there ain't no boxer or nothing that he can't like figure out. Like he will tell me something, I'll be like, yo, what person was that? He'll be like, nah, it was Ken Norton. And da-da-da-da. And you know what I mean? There'll be some shit from way back in the day. You know what I mean? So I gotta give you credit. I think what you should do, brother, you should do like a pass stream, like, you know, you feel me, L-Dub? Like, cause you're so knowledgeable about boxing. I think that you should definitely tap into that and show people, you know, how knowledgeable you are.
Yeah, you know, hey, me and L-Dub do a show on my channel on Thursday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern time. So
okay.
Just so y'all know, that's my co-host.
Okay. I didn't even know. All right, brother. Say no more.
But listen. Red, man. I love you, Red. But goddamn it, one of these days you gotta drop a link on me, man. You be trying to say things on that panel. I be wanting to blow up, and y'all don't let me on, bro. I be
okay. So you the one. Okay.
I be wanting to get some smoke out of me too now.
Okay.
Shoot.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
I gotta tell her he gotta do one of these open panels, man.
Yeah, man, he being stingy with the damn link, bro. Don't be stingy, bro. Don't be stingy like that, bro. I'm gonna get the judge on you, goddamn shit.
Well, yeah, we all agree this a bum ass card. Well, it's a good card. I'm excited to see Boots, man. And Stan Jones, you know, with a win right here, he can move up in the rankings at welterweight. So we'll see, bro. Yes,
and with Delorme is a good fight, man. He gave he did really well against Deloach.
Mm-hmm.
He did really well in the fight.
So yeah, we'll see, man. So let's talk about Bud Crawford real quick. Ooh. I know Bud, you know, he catching a lot of heat. You know what I'm saying? And like my man Connor was saying, it's a lot of shit behind the scenes that information get put out, but you know, it's hard to kind of just go tell everybody, right? But Bud, he know his options, right? It's Porter, you know what I'm saying? It's Clayton, and it's also Josecito Lopez. And that's already been documented, all that good shit. But my thing is, you know, Porter is the front runner. It's really up to him if he want to accept the fight. I'm not going to put no details and all that shit because I really don't know the full thing, but I know there is an offer on the table for him to accept. It's up to him. Now, with Josecito Lopez, it's kind of tricky because he's not ranked in the WBO rankings. Y'all know I'm big on the rankings. So I haven't seen him ranked in like a year. So when their rankings come out next year, you see Josecito Lopez like number 7 or number 8, then you already know what time it is. And I think what these guys trying to do, they are trying to make the Porter fight, but it seems like it might not happen. So hey, we might see Bud versus Josecito Lopez. He's gonna catch a lot of heat for that. But I think once you understand some of the backstory of it, then maybe it might make sense. But then again, we as boxing fans, we don't care about that shit. We want to see the best fights because it's a better option than that. I think Cassius Clayton is a better option. He's number 4 in the WBO rankings, in my opinion. He's a better option than Josecito Lopez. And he undefeated, all that good stuff. If you're not going to fight Porter, you know you're not going to get the other top guys. But if you're not going to get Porter going down the rankings, skimming down, you got Clayton. That shit stand out to me because he had a good fight with Lipinets and he can fight. But, you know, people are going to kill him if he fight Josecito Lopez. What you guys got on that, man?
Man, you know I already crucified that earlier today, man. If he ended up fighting Josecito Lopez, like I said, man, he's entitled to fight whoever the hell he want. You know, he's his own man. But at the end of the day, the fans, they gonna crucify him for this, bro. He's gonna look real bad in these streets, man. He's gonna look real bad in these streets, man. He gonna need a Band-Aid wagon to get him out of there, bro. Because man, folks ain't gonna wanna hear this fight, bro. They're not gonna want to see it. As far as him and Porter, man, maybe they need to do like homie did, man, and let this shit go to purse bid and let Triller catch this shit, huh?
Hey, I agree with that shit 100%. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna let the next man talk, cause I get long with it, bro.
No, just good. Who got next?
I had to bang the gavel. Guilty. That's all I can say. Guilty. So that's all I got, dog. I'm sorry.
Man, I wanted to see that gavel. God damn.
I try to hold it in, but every day somebody fall for the gavel in boxing. I swear to y'all, every day somebody gotta, you know what I mean? It can't be one day where the gavel is just good and it could collect dust. Somebody always do something.
Let me ask you a question though. Who you banging the gavel on, Bud or the guy?
Well, it's for him and his team. Him and his team. Just how I blame when we had a good topic. I believe it was on Red's channel, and he brought up the fact who should as far as Clarissa Shields' card, it didn't do that great. And I said that's because the promotion isn't that great. Like, I feel like you're supposed to promote it as the fighter as hard as you can. And then your promotion is also supposed to catapult it even more than that. But I feel like with Bud, since he moved up to 147, I feel like it actually been depleting him of his legacy. Because his fights compared to Earl's fights, it don't add up. It's like back in the days, if you had a Charizard and you fighting it with a regular Pikachu card, the Pokemon HP is like 120 over this way. You only got like 100. What is you trying to do? Now I kind of told my age. I'm a young boy. But you know what I'm saying? But what I'm trying to say is, my point is, like, I felt like since he moved up to 47, and maybe I'm bugging, maybe somebody would disagree with me. Since he's been at 47, yeah, you've been stopping everybody and things like that, but it's been against who? So you should be thanking Sean Porter. I don't care what nobody says. You should be thanking Sean Porter.
Sorry, I had to bang the gavel.
Anybody else you fight is a snooze fest. You're going to knock him out, but it's going to be a snooze fest. That's all I got to say.
I had to borrow your gavel. I know you heard me slam it.
Man, at this point, anything to do. Use whatever you got to. Oh, you need it again? I got you, bro. Don't worry.
There you go.
No problem.
What you got, Rival?
I just want Bob to pull out the checkbook and stop being so fucking cheap and get the Porter fight over the line, man. Like, I like Castillo, he's a good fighter, but at this stage, come on, man. Come on.
Tell him, brother.
Come on. This dude's been at welterweight for how many years now?
Like going on 3. This be his 3rd year.
Who did he draw with recently? Jog my memory, y'all. He drew with somebody.
Castillo drew with Lipinets.
Oh yeah.
But as far as Crawford goes, man, Amir Khan, the ghost of Amir Khan, the ghost of Kell Brook, a one-legged Benavidez. I mean, his best win so far for me is Egis, man. He needs to fight somebody.
I'll admit,
nobody's going to get up for Castillo.
Do you think Benavidez would have been a good win, y'all? Sorry, not to cut you off, Mark. But I'm just saying, like, do you think Benavidez, because you brought him up and you made me think, would Benavidez have been a good win to y'all if he didn't get shot?
I think he would have. I think it was a good win regardless, man. Benavidez, even though he was staying, a little still, man, he was landing a lot of shots, man. I was like, damn, so
it's a good win, but is it a good win of someone like if that's one of your better wins?
But it's not a great win. I didn't say it was a great win. I said it was a good win, not great.
I know, but it is one of his better ones.
Yeah.
It's his hardest fight, actually. That's been his hardest fight so far.
Damn, that's sad. Damn, that you got a point there.
But you know what though? If you really sit back and look at it, who else was he going to fight though? Because I know a lot of people, they say who he fought, but think about this. when he came into the division in 2018 and he fought Jeff Horn, got the title. Those guys on PBC was working on a big deal with Fox, and they already had their shit lined up. Because Spence fought a week after that. He fought Ocampo. That's his mandatory.
Mhm.
And after that, Mikey fought. He unified with Easter, and he was calling out Spence before and after the fight. So when they rolled out their little red carpet shit, they had their fights lined up. Ugas switched different routes. He went down the IBF route where he beat Ray Robinson. Then he switched it, and then he fought on Danny and Porter undercard, and he fought for the WC route. So he already had Sean Porter. So if you look at what the welterweights fought. They fought Keith fought Josecito Lopez. Ugas had Porter. Spence had Danny for the first pay-per-view, and then look at the time frame. They fought a week apart from each other. So then you knew the winner between Porter and Ugas was gonna fight Spence later on down the line. Danny did a via satellite face-off with Adrian Granados. Granados was in the bed sick. He didn't even come to the rollout. So they already had their plan, bro. So when people say, well, who Bud gonna fight? Who he gonna fight? Who can he fight? You feel me?
Well,
So
I can tell you who he can fight. I'll tell you. He can fight Sean Porter. They just need to get the checkbook out.
But Mark, that's now though.
I know that.
I got you. I got you,
Lawrence,
L-Dub.
hold on.
I got you, L-Dub. I got you in the hot seat now. Get the gavel ready, brother.
No.
Get the gavel goddamn ready, man.
I get that. That
Listen.
like the PBC had an tour schedule, right? They had everything completely set out, and he couldn't fight anybody. But if his next fight isn't Porter and it's Castillo Clayton, then there's a damn problem.
Yeah, and I agree with that. No, I agree with that now. I'm talking about when you say, oh, Benavidez.
Let me take you back to the past then. That's what I'm trying to get to. See, he's saving you, man. I would have had you already a while back. But
come on now.
Listen, man. Listen, when he first moved up from 140 to 147, his first mistake was to choose Jeff Horn. By him being a champion, he could have moved up and challenged for the title that Errol Spence had coming up. And then that would have been a mandatory. Spence wouldn't have been able to dodge that. Why did he go and get the one for Jeff Horn? And people saying, oh, because it was a WBO is the easier way to go. I actually believe that that's all the more reason why he should have went and made himself mandatory for Errol Spence IBF, because he could have easily, if he was to be successful in beating Spence, he could have easily came back around and got Jeff Horn, who was on his side of the street, so-called street, Top Rank. And then he would have been unified at that point. And then on top of that, why the hell did he re-sign with Top Rank? I'm gonna leave the case right there for right now.
I got one. So that Top Rank shit, yeah, I can't dispute that. But the IBF, I got you, because there's a guy named Constantine Parmaro. He supposed to fight Ocampo for the IBF eliminator. He pulled out the fight, so they made Ocampo. You remember when Showtime did their little rollout? Spence came up there. He had just fought Peterson. You know what I'm saying? He just fought Peterson. He didn't have no opponent. So they already had an IBF mandatory in place when Bud was coming up. So how he gonna just jump Ocampo? You know the IBF is the strictest sanctioned body. They're not just gonna say, "Oh, Bud, you coming up? Okay, you take Ocampo's spot." They're not
couldn't have waited one more fight, knowing that this was gonna probably be an issue.
Okay, no, because
my ass.
Okay.
Ass. Triple G daughter, 2 years old. When he won that belt, his daughter was just born.
Okay, hold check then. How many other mandatories has Spence made? And let me know that. After Ocampo, he had the belt since what, 2017. How many mandatories have he made other than Ocampo?
None.
Okay, so Bud was still probably been waiting. What you saying? Because you think about this, think about it. Quasitilo, he won his IBF eliminator in 2019. He still haven't got a defense yet. He still haven't got an opportunity. So you can't just say, "Oh, he can jump to the IBF," and then
he could have. He had
to wait more. He had to wait longer though. He'll probably still be waiting.
Nah, he would have.
No. I'm gonna tell you, Kucherov was the mandatory for a while, and he kept taking step aside money. Now I don't think Terrence Crawford would have said, "All right, I'll take step aside money."
No, he didn't take no step aside money.
Oh yeah, he took some pay.
No, he
didn't. He fucked up on his visa.
No, he didn't take no step aside money. He just that's why they made that. Look, that's why they made those fights so quick. Like they had to make Porter and Spence quit. Then in the ring that night, who was in the ring with the turtleneck on, calling out Spence? Danny Garcia.
Danny Garcia.
So they went ahead and they were already making these fights because they knew they had to get, you know what I'm saying, hurry up and make these fights before the IBF actually mandated. The IBF haven't mandated yet.
So if you're saying the IBF is so strict, now you're making it sound like they're lenient. Which way is it?
I mean,
well, they can't. Hold on. They can be lenient. Yerman Ancajas hasn't had a fight or a mandatory in nearly 2 years.
Man, Triple G didn't defend that belt for 2 years. His daughter was just born. Did y'all not listen to what I said when he won it? Just defended it. and she 2 now. He got that was like his 7th kid, mind you. But remember, the whole story was, is Triple G gonna make it back in time to see the birth of his daughter? He actually said he's not worried about it. And then I remember all of that shit. So
Unrivaled, if you know about what happened with Kukurov, could you explain it to me? Because I really thought that one thing. So can you clarify that for me? Why Kukurov didn't end up fighting him?
Well, they didn't mandate the fight, first of all, for the Spence one. Then he was supposed to have another eliminator with Lipinets. He messed up with his visa and he wasn't able to take the fight. That's why Castillo Clayton and Lipinets happened. They drew and then they reinstated him as mandatory. But they've never mandated the fight to happen.
Gotcha. He's fighting soon anyway, too. Kukurov.
He fought last weekend.
Let me just double back, if y'all don't mind, on what we was just talking about. Now, I'm not going to say, I'm going to defend Dub on this part. I don't think, as far as when it comes to the belt, that the move that Bud made was dumb, because you got to remember with the WBO, if I was a champion at 130, and I relinquish my belt and move up to 35, I could automatically become a mandatory. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of what he did with the 140. He took the WBO route because it was necessary. It was already granted to him because he was the undisputed. He had all the belts.
Right. Gotcha.
So you feel me? So I can't disagree with Dub on that. Me as a fighter, I swear I would have did the same thing if I had the WBO. Why I'ma go and act like the IBF is the shit and they the strictest and they do this and do that, and I see what they doing with Triple G, and I see how they treat black fighters, and they in Cherry Hill, New Jersey, and the person that started it was black, and you give all these Eastern European dudes shots. No offense, but I don't look at none of it. Look, I'm gonna tell you how all us boxers look at it. We get in where we fit in. It's the Wild Wild West. Whatever belt come our way first. It ain't no particular, I love this belt, because they in Panama, the WBA, or the WBC in Mexico, or the WO in Puerto Rico, and of course the IBS is supposed to be Americans, but whatever. Might as well say that's the Eastern European belt. But my whole thing is this. I wouldn't necessarily fall in love with one particular sanctioning body. Wherever I could climb the ladder up first, and I could snag a title, that's where we're going.
That much I agree with.
The boxes too.
Y'all forget too, the champions at the time in the welterweight division, they told Bud what he should do when he comes to the division, before they have a thought about seeing him, what he should do. They told him go get a belt. Keith told him that. He was unified champion at the time. Spence told him that, IBF champion. That's what he did. So I don't understand the problem. And then Quadratilo, when he became mandatory, Spence and Porter, they unified. And right after that, Spence got in a car accident. So when you say they're not strict, I mean, they gave the man some time because he uses IBF exemption for one, and for two, Danny was a mandatory off of beating Granados. Like I said, those guys had a plan already, so they weren't ready to fight Bud. He won't in position to accept that $3 million deal or whatever the offer that Bud them teams sent him. So what I'm saying is, him going down the IBF route, I'm saying, all things happen the same way, he'll still be waiting. So that's why I disagree with that, especially if you got the title and we know it's a unification and we know fans and all that shit. We know that those are the best two guys in the division, regardless of what you say, who he fought, this, that, and the third. We know Bud is at least 2 and Spencer's number 1. So I don't understand why it's like, oh, he gotta do this. Or I don't understand who he fighting when y'all know right now it's the only time right now where these other PBC fighters are really available. Danny, they lost. They had the opportunity. They lost. Porter has the opportunity. He lost. Keith, I don't know what he's doing. You know what I'm saying? So now it's time for them to fight. So I agree with Mark. If he choose Clayton or anybody else other than Porter, you know what I'm saying, then it's a big issue. And that's coming from, I do rock with Bud, but that is the issue to me because he should be fighting one of those guys right now. But him going down the IBF route, I disagree with that.
Okay.
Because I think he'll still be waiting.
All right. Well, we can. I'll give you that. I'll give you that. I ain't gonna argue with you on that. Now, what I did say earlier, I know you heard me say this earlier, that I've always stood my ground on this, and I know this is not the most popular opinion, but I've always said that I wanted that title away from Pacquiao, which is now in Ugas's hand. So now I would want either Bud or Spence to get that belt off of them before they fight, because we all want to see this fight between Bud and Spence. I want to see it too, but when I see it, I want to see it for undisputed, for all the marbles, all at one time right there. I think that fight would be more huge that way, but that's just my preference.
I agree with you. I think that'd be an even bigger fight because that's why I think they was positioned all those belts on that one side and let Spence clean it up and then go see. But it make the most sense to me. So I agree with you on that shit. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. But yeah, man, it's all good though. That's our first disagreement, Kano. You know what I'm
saying? We gotta disagree once in a while, bro. We got to, man. It makes it fun.
Yeah, you're right. It's all good though.
I didn't hear no gavel on either one of us though, damn it. I had a gavel man failing us.
He probably stepped out though. But it's all good though, man. But yeah, but we all agree, man. If he ain't fighting nobody but Porter next, it's a problem, bro. Like for real. Even though these guys are decent fighters and whatnot, we don't want to see that. We want to see him fight Porter. He gave Spence a hell of a run, so now his clout is up there. So let's see what you do with Porter. Who gonna pose some challenges to you that you haven't faced before at welterweight? Well, probably your whole career. So that's what I want to see as a fan of Bud. I want that fight. You feel me? So
I want to hold off on the Porter Bud thing because I don't know exactly what if Porter has any faults in this too. Because I mean I hear him talking, but talk is one thing. I mean, is he really trying to get this fight? You know what I'm saying? So I gotta give a little benefit of the doubt there because you know how it is. I tread very lightly until I get the full facts between the both.
Yeah, that's respectable. Yeah, I feel you. Now I want to end it off with the ladies, man. Salute to everybody in the building, man. This is a hell of a show and live stream, man. Appreciate you guys coming through too. So I seen you talk about this earlier. Well, I seen you on Twitter when you responded about this. But they got the new women's pound for pound rankings. So if you guys ain't been following it, they had Katie Taylor number 1, and they had Carissa Shields number 2. So after Carissa Shields' fight, they flipped it. And then they moved up Jessica McCaskill. She was number 4, but they moved up to number 3 after her victory. So I know there are a lot of people out here rocking with women's boxing, but this is where you guys get educated. So my man Conor, what you think about this list and Carissa being number 1?
Clarissa should have been number 1 this whole entire time. I have no idea how they had Katie Taylor up there. Miss Casco should be number 2. Actually agree with that. I think, well, number 2 could be Amanda or Miss Casco. I like Amanda because she won titles in 7 different, weight categories. Mm-hmm. I think that's more of an accomplishment than what Katie Taylor has done and what McCaskill has done, in my humble opinion. But Clarissa
I agree. Second.
Yeah, I mean, 7 weight divisions plus, I got the inside on this, that Katie Taylor ducked, Amanda Serrano. They wanted to try to make that fight.
I know, because she wanted to really fight it. Because remember, Katie Taylor, did she beat her sister, right?
Yeah, Cindy.
Yes. But I mean, I got the complete inside scoop. Like I got Jordan's phone number in my phone and all that. Like I know the whole way the whole negotiation went and all that. They wanted to give they Amanda Serrano agreed. Okay, we'll fight over there in the UK in your backyard. Okay, we'll fight in your weight category, no problem. Okay, I'll take the lesser money. But then when she took the lesser money, they wanted to renege on it, and they went back on it, and they wanted Katie Taylor to get $1 million and Amanda get 150,000.
Mm-hmm.
And Amanda said, "Oh hell no! Now now you're trying to rob me now." So to me, Katie Taylor priced herself out, meaning that she did not want no parts with Amanda Serrano. So move her out of the list altogether. Put her down here. Put her down here somewhere. Man, they only got Kaylee Reese on this list. Kaylee Reese should belong on this list. She's better than Christina Hammer, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm. Hey, to add to that though, I remember when Amanda fought Heather Hardy in September. That fight with Katie supposed to be like in January in Miami on that Andre card.
Correct.
It's supposed to be on that, but she chose to move up and fight a tough ass fight with Christina Lunatu and got bruised. She got bruised up in that fight. You know what I'm saying? And so it kind of like delayed it. Then COVID happened. So yeah, man.
I don't know, man. Like I said, she priced herself out, man. So Clarissa Shields 1, Serrano 2. I'll go with McCaskill number 3. The rest of them, man, you can throw them however you want, but I would definitely have Kaylee Reese in there somewhere, man. I can't leave Kaylee Reese out, bro. I can't do it.
I feel you. I mean, to speak on, hey, you got anything on this? What's good, H Money?
I ain't gonna front. My only thing is, man, where my girl Sweets at on the list? Where my girl Sweets at? Where's Shadeja Green at?
She ain't done enough.
I ain't gonna front. I'm about to hit her up. Or don't worry, she gonna be there.
She ain't done enough yet, but I mean, for Katie Taylor though, I can make an argument for her getting that top spot, but I'll be lying to myself because this how I break it down though. I think she do got a slightly better resume, but when she fought, both ladies fought 2 undisputed fights. When Katie Taylor fought her 2 undisputed, life and death. When Carissa fought her 2 undisputed fights, and she was the underdog against Hammer. People don't remember that. She dominated. She ain't lose a round, did she? I don't know, maybe 1. Mm-hmm. So that's what I think it separates. So Carissa definitely number 1. I got Katie number 2. I think it's okay because she actually beat McCaskill. That was early in her career. That's a hindsight 2020 win. I mean, that's a good ass win, hindsight 2020, because Jessica McCaskill been crazy. You know what I'm saying? She been going ham. And Amanda, like you can argue, you can flip that because Amanda is like so, she got so much credentials right now. 7 division. Y'all make sure y'all watch her next weekend, bro. Ring City, USA. She about to fight the number 8. Well, they got number 9, Danielle Bermudez. So that's a top 10 fight right there. You know what I'm saying? Y'all talking about the best in boxing. Y'all want to see the best fight the best and all that good shit. Yo, don't leave the ladies out of this too, yo. Because if you want to go off this list, you got number 4 versus number 9. We don't get that in the male boxing like that. You know what I'm saying?
Which by the way, later on too, Erica Cruz is gonna fight Jelenovic, which yes, I believe Erica Cruz is gonna beat Jelenovic. Erica Cruz wins like I think she will. She ain't gonna run from Serrano, so they'll be an undisputed at 126.
Mm-hmm. That'd be dope. So there's some good names in here. I don't even think Christina Hammer might. I mean, maybe she's on the list. Michaela Mayer, number 7, and number 10, Terry Harper. That's a good ass fight. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully they can make that happen. But yeah, man. So yeah, just trying to educate a little bit more on this female boxing shit. But Carissa deserves to be number 1. Like, ain't nobody touching her. You know what I'm saying? Real talk.
Nah, ain't nobody touching her. Man.
Alicia Baumgartner still doing her thing.
Yeah, but she coming off of ACL surgery, so she working her way back. She's at 130 pounds. 130 pounds is the best division in women's boxing.
I feel like too. Her, Michaela Mayer.
Yeah, Hamadouche is the IBF champion. Terry Harper, WBC. There's a lot of smoke up there, but yeah, man. So we got to show these ladies some shine because they've been putting on though. So I want to make sure you guys is informed and don't miss Amanda Serrano, man. I'm telling you, like that's.
I ain't gonna miss her. I don't miss my New York people.
Don't miss it,
Anybody
bro.
from New York, I'm all over.
Nah, I'm in Florida, bro. You ever in Florida? Let me know. Shit.
Oh, you know what's crazy? My best friend just moved to Florida. My best friend, super ugly. He just moved out there. Yeah,
I live in Jacksonville, man. I live about 2 blocks from Nate Campbell.
he lived in Port St. Lucie.
He live right here in Jacksonville. It's Jacksonville.
Oh, okay.
He in Jacksonville. Trust me. He got his gym down here too.
Okay.
Yeah. You can see on my channel. You'll see I was at his gym and all that other good shit. We hung out and all that. We go out to eat and all that shit.
Oh yeah, that was a good one, yo. I like that video. He was showing, he was giving me a tour.
I'm gonna follow you, Kano Loco. I didn't know that you put out content. You know, when you be talking, you always be having me cracking up in the chat. So you don't really be talking about the content.
Hey, bro, listen, man. Yeah, I need to follow you too, but I can't never find your channel, man. And you ain't never dropped no link. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, put it in the private chat, bro.
Yeah, I got it.
He can put his link on the public. He can't put it on the public.
Nah, if he don't, yeah, you gotta have a wrench.
Oh,
and I respect how my man does it. You know what I mean? Like he just have everybody like a free floater. I ain't mad at you.
I can put it in the chat.
Oh yeah. Put it in the chat because that'd be easier. I can click on that shit.
I can put it in the chat. I got you.
Yeah. I was like, man, this son of a bitch always talking. I can't find that goddamn channel shit. I want to see the goddamn gavel drop too. Shit.
Yeah, that's a good concept you got too, bro.
Appreciate it.
That way, you more than welcome to join me and LW on Thursdays too. You know, it's all it's all.
Oh yeah. No beef. Yeah, I think Thursdays after. What time you go on? Because I'll be at the gym and shit.
8 p.m. Eastern.
Okay, that's when I get out. Yeah, so I'll be on a little late, but
sometimes I bring. Did my mic just mute?
No, I can hear you.
Oh, yeah. Sometimes I'll bring a pro boxer on and stuff. LW will tell you. Sometimes I do it. Sometimes I don't. It just depends.
Okay. Yeah. We're over there chopping it up, man. There's some good stuff over there too.
Jab Jamboree. Oh, goddamn. That's why I couldn't find it. Shit. All right. Shit, I just subscribed, my G.
I appreciate it. I'm about to.
Yes, sir.
I'm about to find you now.
All right, mine should be easy to find. I'm the only Kano Local.
Yeah.
Kano Local sports shit. Ain't but one of me shit.
Man, I appreciate you guys coming on, man. Salute to everybody in the chat for real, man. I'm about to close it down, but this is a fun ass live. We get a chance to chop it up about this boxing, man. We can go on and on forever, but you know how it is. But salute to everybody coming to the building. You guys got any last things to say before we roll out?
Yo, oh yeah, go ahead first. You can go ahead, Kano.
I was gonna tell everybody that's to smash the like button, man. The least you could do is hit that like button, man. Support the channel, you know what I'm saying? And tune in on Thursdays as well, you know, because we got something good cooking all the time on Thursdays, you know.
Yes, sir. It's gonna get out of control. Y'all better come on now. Cause once we, you know what I'm saying?
Damn, drop this shit. All right.
What's up, man? What you got, bro?
Oh yeah, salute, man. Y'all come over on Fridays, man, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Check us on Night Court, Boxing Night Court, if y'all can. Yeah, man, I'm definitely on Thursday. I'm gonna chop it up with Kano Loco and L Dub. You know what I mean? If they free and they let me on, if it's good, if it's good money, because I know if you conduct an interview, you know what I mean. I know, you know what I mean.
Still bring you on, bro. I'm not one of them petty ass channels, bro.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't care if I got who I got on there. If you on there and you want on, I bring you on. I don't do all that funny shit.
Yeah, it's straight, yo. Y'all feel free. Go check all our shows, man. It was pretty good. You know what I'm saying? We got we about to be on number 4 this week.
Number 4. Yup. I got it set up already, by the way. Shit.
Yes, sir. And we're gonna get it
cracking.
Kano
Loco Sports, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I done put the sports part.
Let me see. You should see. Well, shit. You'll see a picture of me with a fist pushing out.
Okay, I got you. Yep.
Yeah.
I got you.
Oh, yeah, by the way, that on that front page, that Amanda Serrano interview, man, like around the 9-minute mark, that's where Jordan talks about that whole contract bullshit with Katie Taylor. You can hear all that shit right there.
Yep. He doing a good.
I brought him on just for that, so he could do it publicly.
He doing a good job with them, man. For real, for real. He protected them, make sure they straight. You can't be mad at that. For real. But yeah, man, salute to everybody in the chat, man. Once again, thank you guys for coming through. Salute to my guys, Kano Local Sports and Ag Reacher, Jazz Jamboree coming through the building. You know what I'm saying? Dropping that knowledge. Mark, he was in here earlier. Salute to him too. I'm about to close it down. Salute to everybody in the building, and I'm out.